All right, guys, the Spurs go up 3-2. Real quick, we all know what happened today. Of course, rest in peace, Brandon Clark and Jason Collins. Both of those just terrible to read. We will now talk about the basketball. Number one, Julius Randall. The guy just can't find any specific matchup or spot on the floor or play type in this matchup. And there were a couple of typical Randall shots that just didn't fall in this one, where he had a back down on De'Aaron Fox. He had one bully ball attempt of a few against Keldon, and those just aren't falling. And then when he gets to try to challenging Wemby around the basket, he doesn't have a shot there. And big picture stuff with the Wolves offense right now, I was really trying to fixate on how are they trying to space out to where Wemby might have to cover a little bit more ground, right? And okay, the one where Io got the dunk, they had Randall on the wing, and they didn't have anybody in the corner, so Wemby couldn't help off of the corner. And then it was a pass to Io on the opposite wing, so that made Wemby have to cover a little bit more ground, and even then he almost still blocked the shot, right? They tried some of Gobert DHOs with Ant, right? Because at least that means Wemby's got to care about Ant up here rather than he can just stand in front of the basket when Gobert's in the dunker spot. They tried a little bit of Jaden screening on the ball, or Jaden getting down screens when Wemby's on him. They're trying some things here. And they'll occasionally get something. Io got that dunk. Io also got a three off of one of these plays I just mentioned. There's little moments here and there, but it is just so hard to consistently have somebody spaced out somewhere to where Wemby has to cover a lot of ground, or you're actually getting him moving enough defensively on a screen action on the ball or whatever. It's just too hard. Your other option is just Nas just bullying him at the basket. There was one where Nas just pushed him out of the way underneath the rim. That really might just be your best bet. It's so difficult. And that's before we get to just how they're giving Ant down screens, or Ant is attacking off the catch immediately to where he can just do his work before the double even comes, but then he's trying to split the core net, and I'm going to guess it was Devin Vassell thing late there, and then that was a turnover. And Keldon ended up getting 6 or 7 transition opportunities in this one. Harper did as well. And man, with Castle and Harper, this is some obvious stuff here, but the physicality of these two to just create possessions off of plays that are otherwise not going anywhere. Castle's had, some amount of drives in this of just going at Jaden. Or once again, when Harper is matched up on Conley, he's just too big and athletic, although that rebound he got late there was also through Randall as well. Wolves fans are very out on Randall right now. They haven't even gotten to Wemby scoring. Just a routine 27. What is it? Can Gobert get out there on him for a three? Or can he guard him in a one-on-one off the drive, off of spin moves, fadeaways? He crossover and almost dunked on him as well on one of them, or he basically did dunk on him. But the big thing for me was really it wasn't just the Spurs scoring in transition in this one. It was the Wolves not being able to score when Wemby was on the floor, and also some stretches of Cornet that we can get to in a second where they also had trouble. And then maybe the Spurs weren't getting a wide open transition bucket on some of these, but the matchups were messed up, or they're not all the way back to where it's just a series of driving kicks. Fox will have the angle on, let's just say, Io, and it becomes a Champagne 3 or something like that, Now, with all that said, the Wolves, again, they did make it interesting in the third, where they actually did have some interesting possessions of, loading up one side of the floor or collapsing or shrinking the floor, whatever, to where you could tell it was freaking Castle out a little bit. And he's made skip passes in the series, but in this one possession he doesn't, and it becomes just a 2v2 with him and Wemby versus Gobert and Jaden, and they just guard this one well, and that's a miss. Or Io just had a couple of good help defense plays, that one where he stole it when the entry pass to Wemby. I was okay, maybe they're going to make this close. Jaden also just had some good possessions 1v1 on Fox. But then it was a personal Stephon Castle run of, again, just these really physical drives. And then just a couple possessions where either the ball doesn't move enough for the Wolves, or it's Harper amazing one-on-one defense on Ant, or Cornet's pressuring Ant on a screen, blocking some lob that somebody had, whatever it was. And then it's basically over. And again, you got your Keldon transition stuff, and we could just say it again. Between Julius Randall not being able to find an obvious spot to attack in the series, as well as the nightmare of just trying to figure out, okay, where is Wemby? How do we possibly attack him on this possession? What screen, on the ball, off the ball? Do we put him in the action? Do we try to run the action as far away from him as possible? Does anything work? It's just very tough. Now, can the Wolves win Game 6? Yeah, they could win Game 6. They play super tough defense, and they have a big night from Ant. To be clear, both of those things can happen, and they can still lose. Now, in this one, they shot 24 shots at the rim, which was a little more than the last time Wemby played. Certainly less than when he only played 7 minutes of the last one. Also, Carter Bryant's playing some good defense. I'm trying to think of any curveballs the Wolves have left. I'm not even saying that this fixes a whole lot of things, but, you could try more of Randall on Wemby and Gobert helping off of Castle. They tried it, the Blazers tried that, and the Spurs countered it with not much issues, but if you're just searching for something different to do now, or perhaps lean more on like just Gobert and Nas without Randall, like I don't know. So we'll see. And also, yes, again, I picked the Wolves to win the series after game 1. Look, I've looked dumb before. I'll keep on looking dumb on this or something else. It's fine. Well, maybe it's not fine. I don't know. That's up for you to decide. Anyway, have a good one, guys.